Hey, mate, listen. For what I know and could tell, that is a pretty cheap rate.
Why did you meet with Angus McKinnon and where is he now?
Tiger contacted me. He said he had information on Philby's murderer.
So who are you suggesting fired the shot?
Maybe Philby's killer. I mean, obviously they didn't want me getting the information.
I didn't kill Philby, but I did witness a murder. Mr. McManus?
No, Mr. McManus.
Get off me!
Come on, show me what you're made of!
Have you heard of a place called Wattle Grove?
I know a housing development by that name, yes.
I think Philip was planning to buy some block of land.
How do you explain being in possession of an important piece of evidence that went missing from this station 2 weeks ago? The night this was stolen, your vehicle received a parking ticket outside this station which was paid for in Markfield.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about Markfield and I didn't steal that.
I'm sorry, but I have no alternative. Dr. Rebecca Quilter, I am formally charging you with the murder of Philip McManus.
Can you remember the things we used to do? I'll draw your picture, send a message to the moon. Here I am, out of the blue. This is the place that we belong to. This is our place in the sun.
Rebecca Louise Quilter, you're being formally charged with the murder of Philip Andrew McManus. You're not obliged to say anything, but anything you do say may be recorded and used as evidence against you.
You're not going to let her go down for this alone, are you? No, she didn't do it.
I know you're involved in this somehow.
Oh, come on, I wasn't. Right, this is a big mistake, Detective.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So it's in your best interest to tell me the truth.
I told you everything, Detective.
Did you help Rebecca kill Philip McManus?
No.
Did you help her dispose of the body?
We've been through this. Nothing like that happened.
You'll be remanded in custody until such time you can see a magistrate.
I made a mistake. I didn't kill Philby.
I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
She's being set up. She must be.
Jared!
Hey,
What's going on?
Do they question you again?
Beck's innocent. That's all you need to know, all right?
Look, Detective, you can't charge her with anything. She didn't have legal counsel.
I gave Beck several opportunities to wait for you and she declined.
She's being framed. Surely you can see that.
Believe me, matey, I'm taking no pleasure in
Red
this.
scarf was planted in our apartment.
Possibly, but we still have the parking ticket and there are several major inconsistencies in Rebecca's story.
Well, it sounds to me like whatever evidence you have is purely circumstantial.
And we have a motive. Now, that's more than enough for her to stand trial. The big question is, will she be standing alone?
You should be out there trying to find out who's stitching her up.
Oh, don't you worry about that, mate. We'll continue to build our case. Excuse me.
Impossible. My husband isn't dead. George was a drunk and a philanderer. He abandoned us. And quite frankly, I was glad to see the back of him.
And you've had no contact with him whatsoever since then?
No. He packed a bag, took all the money we had in the house. Daniel, you remember?
He wouldn't dare show his face around here again.
And you discovered George was gone the morning after Gabby's birthday party, is that correct?
Yes.
And Philip left the country a couple of days after that?
Yes.
Who on earth is making these allegations?
Rebecca Quilter. Look, I'm sorry, there's no easy way of saying this, but Rebecca claims that she saw Philip beat George to death right here in this room.
She's lying.
She claims that it happened just hours before Gabby's birthday party, that Jason Connors was present, and that Philip buried the body and made it look as though George had run away.
That's outrageous. Philip wouldn't do such a thing.
You got any proof?
Rebecca claims that Philip buried the body on a block of land.
Wattle Grove. He was negotiating to buy a lot.
Yeah, we sent a team out there to investigate. We discovered a hole. Now, obviously, without a body, we can't substantiate any of this.
Rebecca's lying.
Rebecca Quilter has been charged with Philip's murder. I believe all of this is connected.
Give Beck my love and tell her I'll be there first thing in the morning. Okay, you and Kirsten take care too. Bye. Someone's setting her up.
Yeah, well, for the police, it's all about physical evidence.
Okay, I'm a killer. I've got all the evidence here at my place. I'm not going to let them search the flat, am I?
Yeah, I'm trying to argue that point.
Well, how can they not agree?
Well, because a good police profiler is going to build the argument that, you know, maybe the pressure got to Beck. Maybe she got careless.
Beck is never careless.
Or maybe she left the evidence where she knew it would be found.
What?
Yeah, I agree, it's completely illogical. But there are precedents. This has happened before, Gab.
She's in jail for something she didn't do. I can't believe this is happening.
Guys, we have to do something.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah. If the police can't see that this is a setup, then we're going to have to prove it.
I've checked all the windows upstairs and they're all locked from the inside.
How could somebody possibly get in?
I don't know, but do you think someone came in while we were at the police station?
I don't know, sweetheart. I honestly don't know.
Well, it's creepy to think that someone has been in here while we were away. Why did Beck tell Jared all that stuff and not us?
I'm sure she had her reasons.
Because she did, right? She told him about Mr. McManus and all that stuff to do with the taxis and...
Yeah, look, it's been a long day. Maybe we should both just get some sleep.
Dad, I'm scared.
Yeah, look, I am too, sweetie, but it's going to be all right, okay? Beck's done nothing wrong. I'm sure there's a really good explanation.
Took 3 stories. Usually means she knows something's wrong. Zoe, I told her there wasn't, but... Are you okay, babe?
Yeah.
Look, I'm worried about Beck too, all right? But we're all behind her and Peter knows what she's doing, so don't worry too much.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, let's go to bed. Get some sleep, yeah?
Jared, I'm not okay.
What's wrong?
I don't want you to be mad, and regardless of your answer, I just need to know that we can work through it together.
Trace.
Did Beck have anything to do with Philby's death?
No.
Are you sure? Are you 100% certain? Because if you've got any doubt, tell me. I'll understand.
Where's this coming from?
Well, the police are certain that she did it, and after everything that happened... You're angry with me.
No, of course I'm not angry with you. Come here. Look, I understand how this must look, right? If the roles were reversed, I'd be feeling the same way, but she had nothing to do with it. Yeah, she put me in a difficult position by telling me about George, but she didn't do it. Okay? Are we okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Just come tomorrow. Beck's gonna need all the support we can give her.
The cops know about Dad, so I need to organise straight away.
I was awake half the night
okay.
thinking about it.
Just to make sure it gets done, okay?
Same thing. It has to
See
be
you,
a
bro.
mistake.
I know we don't want to believe it.
Sweet, Philip did not kill his own father.
But why would Beck make up such a thing?
I'm more interested in finding out why she murdered Philip.
I think that's what the police are saying, that her motive was to stop him from speaking about George. I'm sorry, I realise this must be awful for you. I didn't know George.
Daniel, you tell her what he was like. He was always threatening to walk out the door, and that's what he did.
I don't like to imagine the alternative either. But what choice do we have? If something like this did happen, then it would be the reason why Philip left Australia so suddenly.
No, George is not dead. Philip did not kill him. I don't know why Rebecca's telling such lies. The police should just find him.
So Rebecca drugs McManus at the reunion and then talks him into going for a ride in Lucia Jones's car.
At, say, what, 12:30 a.m.?
The drugs don't work, so she bangs McManus over the head.
With a murder weapon we still haven't found yet.
McManus refuses to die, so she then drowns him in the water hazard at the local golf course.
Drives him to the point.
Then calls her ex-boyfriend for help, unless he was there all along.
Or she's telling the truth and she's been framed.
If Rebecca Quilter is guilty, she'll slip up again.
Hey, Fred Connors called, wants to know what's going on with our investigation into Jason's death.
Well, nothing at the moment. Look, I still see it as suspicious, but there's only 24 hours in a day. Our priority has to be the McManus case. Look, find Christine, get down to the hospital and interview Rebecca's workmates. See if they can remember any examples of her losing her temper.
Well, what are we looking for? Some sort of hidden dark side?
Yeah, perhaps. Look, if she's capable of murder, maybe she's got a history of losing her temper. The more examples of that we can find, the better.
Yeah, sure.
Did you manage to get any sleep?
No, I tried. Kept hoping this was all a nightmare, then I'd wake up. But here I am.
Have you called your parents?
No, I don't want to worry them. Hey.
Hi.
Tell me this is all going to be over soon.
We've secured a bail hearing at 4 p.m.
You would have thought overnight some sense might have prevailed.
So what are my chances of being released?
I'm not going to lie to you, Beck.
In other words, I've got no hope?
Well, no, we said the same thing at Addo's bail hearing.
That's right, he got bail. Okay, I'm leaving. They said I can at least stay a few minutes, something about 2 visitors at a time.
Thanks for coming down.
You know we're all behind you, okay? Just like...
You don't have to say anything, I know.
Okay, I'll be back before the hearing. See ya.
Have you given any thought to what we talked about last night?
I have no idea who's framing me.
All right, well, let's look at the evidence. We've got the parking ticket.
Yes, I was here that night, but I didn't get a parking ticket. So how could I pay for it with marked money?
Do you recall your movements exactly?
I found out that Jared was being questioned over Tiger, so I came down. And as I approached the front door, I saw everybody sitting there. I decided there was nothing I can do, so I just left.
And you went straight back to your car?
No, I went for a walk down to the wharf. I was away from the car maybe an hour and a half.
Okay, good. So it stands to reason that the person that's framing you could have seized the parking ticket in that time.
So they followed me?
Yeah, perhaps. So then there's the scarf. Are you absolutely sure that there was no sign of forced entry into the apartment?
None. So whoever planted it there either picked the lock or had a key.
I don't understand any of this.
Has to be someone close, right?
Yeah, reasonably.
The person who took the parking ticket, what if they were already here on the night?
What are you suggesting? It was one of our friends?
Beck, do you know why the police think Jared is involved in this as well?
I told you we shared a cab.
Yeah, I know. You explained it, Jared explained it, but I just get the feeling that there's more.
Beck, if I'm going to defend you, I need to know everything.
Okay, look, there is a little bit more information, but it's not relevant.
Tell us anyway.
Jared was angry with Philby on the night that he died too. But I don't know why.
What do you want?
Beck didn't kill your brother.
That's not what the cops are saying.
She didn't. All right? And I need you to help me. I need you to help me find Tiger.
And from what I heard, you already found him.
Yeah. He contacted me. Right? He was going to tell me who he sold the drugs to. The drugs they found in your brother's system. Someone took a shot at him, and I didn't get a chance.
And how do I know that wasn't you?
If it was me, do you think I'd be here?
Well, maybe you missed him. Maybe you let him get away. Maybe you're trying to keep Tiger quiet to try and save that little ex-girlfriend of yours.
Yeah, maybe you took a shot at him. Maybe you tried to silence him. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Look, I wouldn't be here if I didn't need your help, Daniel, all right?
Well, just so you know, I am looking for Tiger. And when I find him, I'll be the one asking him questions. But if I find out that you or Beck had anything to do with it...
How was she?
A lot calmer than I'd be if I was in her shoes.
Was she disappointed I didn't come down?
No, I only saw her for a few minutes anyway.
I can't face seeing her in there. I'm a terrible friend.
No, you're not.
Gabby, what's happening to us?
I know Jared. Now, he's not setting me up.
Look, nobody's saying that he is.
But you admit you don't know exactly what the police have against him.
Well, it's not relevant. So can we just leave it at that?
I don't want to consider it either, but you're here, and if that can happen, then anything is possible.
Okay, let's just look at what we know for sure.
That's exactly my point. If the police suspect Jared, but we don't know the details, I'm sorry, but I think that's relevant.
Detective, have you spoken to Deborah yet?
Yes, I relayed the allegations you made last night.
And how did she take it?
Well, I think it's fair to say that neither Deborah or Daniel are prepared to accept it.
Please tell me you are ready to drop these charges.
No, I'm afraid things have just become a lot more serious. Do you recognise that?
No.
Well, I think that if we do the tests on this, we'll discover that this was the pistol used to fire the shots at Tiger, a potential witness who's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Well, I've never seen it before. I swear.
And how do you explain the fact that we found this in your locker at the hospital?
She's adamant the gun isn't hers.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder too. You know, the parking ticket, OK, that was careless. The scarf, well, maybe she had a reason for stealing. I can buy that. But to leave a gun in a locker, you know?
If Rebecca is telling the truth and she's being set up, don't we have to release her?
Well, maybe we hold her for a little while longer and see what happens. See, if she's being framed, who's ever framing her has got to be pretty desperate. So if we hold her in custody for a little while longer, they might take the opportunity to strike again. And if so, we need to be a step ahead of them. If Rebecca isn't McManus's killer, and that's still an if, then someone close to her is. And if she's being set up, she's being set up for a reason. Now, we need to find out who and why.
Hey. How's Beck? Something else happened?
They found a gun in her locker.
What?
The same gun that was used to shoot at Tiger the day you met him. You have to look at it from my point of view, Jared. I know Beck is innocent.
So do I.
I also know that the police have been questioning you. And now there's this gun, and you were there when it was fired.
What are you trying to say, Stephen?
I'm hoping that you can explain this to me so I can shake this feeling.
What feeling?
The feeling that you would have the most to gain if the police locked someone else up. Look, I don't want to think that, but perhaps if I understood.
There's nothing to understand.
I know the police have been questioning you.
And I've answered all their questions.
Then answer mine. Or should I talk to Tracy?
Leave Tracy out of this, all right? She doesn't know anything. Look, I understand you're going through hell, mate. And I know how desperate you are to help Beck, but I am too. Which is why I'm going to forget we had this conversation.
That is still not an answer.
That's the best that I've got, Stephen, all right? Look, I know that Beck's being set up, but it wasn't me. Please, let's just leave it at that. Okay, I'll see you at the bail hearing.
Yeah, okay, Steph, I'll see you then. Okay, bye. Who's that, babe?
Ah, no one's charity worker.
It's mine.
It's good.
No, mate, don't come around here. Mum and Tess only went to the shops. I'll be back soon. How much? Hey, haven't you said? Okay, all right. But, mate, the location better be good and the cops better not be able to find it, all right? Yeah, see ya.
Sweet.
Oh, nothing. You don't want to see.
Who is this?
Nobody.
Is it just a coincidence the police said they were looking for a body?
No. Did this come from Wattle Grove?
Did Philip tell you?
How did you know?
Mum, leave it.
Answer us. You're not going anywhere until you tell us everything.
What Beck told the cops is the truth.
Killed George?
He told me he was defending Beck. Dad was trying to assault her or something.
Philip told you?
Yeah, on the night of the reunion. But when I saw that stuff on the computer about Wattle Grove, I just figured that was probably the location, so Well, I wanted to give him a decent burial.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I knew you'd be upset.
That's where you were that night. When you left Lucia, you met up with Philip.
Yeah, briefly.
That's why you don't have an alibi.
Okay, whatever you guys are thinking, I didn't kill Phil.
You were so mad when you came home. You punched a hole in this wall. Daniel, speak to me. I lied for you. I gave you an alibi. Why did I have to do that?
I'll let it go.
You, Daniel, don't you walk away.
You don't think...
I was so sure he didn't. He wouldn't.
Hey, what's this?
Where is he?
Green cap.
Thanks. Just wait here a minute. You won't believe this.
Tell me you didn't sell the drug. You lied.
You read about the murder in the paper.
When was the slab laid?
About 3 months ago. This was all wrapped up like it was never meant to be found.
Did anyone instruct him to dig it up?
No.
Who did you sell them to?
Anyone else been told about this?
No, when the builder realised what it was, he made the connection and came straight to us.
You killed my brother.
All right! I'll tell you!
Let's change his everything.
Right, we'll be right there. Daniel's found Tiger.
He's figured out who's killed Philby.